God, sorry, you just got absolutely blasted with a meme me the second that this happened. That's all right. Oh man, we got lots of them going on. I love that. I think I have to change that alert. It's a little loud, but that's okay. That's life. I'll figure it out. You know, we're doing this live. Welcome everyone.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're already doing it live. Life is happening and coming at us fast. If you are on the Twitch side of things, hi friends, it's so nice to see you as usual. If you're on the YouTube side of things, hello, welcome to our first YouTube live stream. That is the Q&A. We've been doing this on Twitch for like,
God,
I don't know, 4
now,
years
man.
at this point, because it was a
I don't
COVID
even
thing.
know.
It was a COVID thing. So we've been doing this on Twitch for 4 years. So we're going to have to definitely recap the rules for all of you who are new here to YouTube. We appreciate you being here and a part of this. And Twitch, don't worry. We still got all your stuff as usual happening. You already know the rules. In fact, I see that you have given us the most questions so far. So thank you, Twitch. Since we do have so many new people here, let me go over the rules, which we do every stream anyway. But first and foremost, we give priority to bit messages and super chats, since that is some real world money spent. If we have time towards the end of stream, we might get to some highlighted questions in the Twitch chat, or some of the other super chats as well. With the super chats, because Twitch is also restricted at the moment, we are going to prioritize $5 and over super chats first. Then we will go to the lower levels. It's just we're gonna have a ton of comments and questions coming in, so it's going to be the easiest way that we're able to filter and get to as many questions as humanly possible. So we're prioritizing those first, and then if we have time at the end, we will read the messages with 5 or lower or highlighted messages on Twitch. Twitch, your bit limit is also set right now to 500, just because we did anticipate an influx of new questions from YouTube. So thank you for your understanding. We appreciate you. Please do not repeat yourself over and over again in chat. You can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. We do get behind on the bit messages and the super chats. So if you feel like we missed your message, we probably didn't. We just have a long queue of questions. Sometimes we can get up to an hour behind. There's no need to repeat it. I've got a list. It's here. Just be patient with us. There's no need to repeat it. Please watch the length of your questions. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is we are to miss out on something. And then we can't repeat it. So it's just, it is what it is. Short and to the point is better. So please continue with short and to the point. We would appreciate that. If you have to break up your message into multiple parts, please do not do more than like 2 or 3 parts maximum. That again, we just tend to get lost in the sauce with that, and we don't have time to repeat it or anything like that. So just be careful with that. I feel like since I got off my normal spiel, I'm like,
No spoilers.
Oh, gosh, yeah, no spoilers, please. For any of the movies or shows that are out right now, we just don't want people to have to be spoiled. Not everyone has had a chance to see the latest and greatest of whatever, Dune 2 or whatever is out there right now. Yeah.
And don't say read the book, because there's some different things in the book. For example, no, I'm not.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you. We appreciate that. I feel like there's more things that I've just forgotten in the chaos of all of this. So you know what?
We got it. I think we got it all. Pretty sure.
Great. Fantastic. We're just going to start with some of these questions then. Amazing. That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 500 bits. Hello, Doug Kent and Heather Lane. How are you guys?
Do I not have my glasses here? I'm good.
Fantastic, Doug. Love that. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Great review today, Doug. But man, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube makes you trim that Deliverance joke out at some point. Oof.
I just said the pig was good.
Oiram, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, if you review Wonka, you absolutely should make a spoof of that Wonka scam that happened recently.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. You know, some things are so like in your face in the moment and then disappear really quickly. So we'll have to see. But as of now, that is a funny idea.
Dragon's Toy, thank you so much for that 47-month subscription.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Super appreciate that. 47 months, baby. I am so glad Doug is doing Super Month. Can't wait till you get to 3 because I had the same reaction as a kid to Robot Lady that you did, Doug. That was 11 herbs and spices of nope.
It's so weird because it's not that long a scene either. Like, I remember it lasting longer, and I watch it's only a few seconds, but it just scares the fuck out of me. I don't know what it is. It's just really, really disturbing for some reason. It's the one good scene in the movie.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the film Island of Lost Souls? It features a fantastic performance from Charles Laughton as Dr. Moreau and is still generally considered the definitive film version of the story. Plus, Bela Lugosi makes an appearance. I highly recommend it.
I was
That's so
frozen
funny.
today.
I thought the original was called The Island of Dr. Moreau. Like, I know the story. I just thought that was the original title. I guess it wasn't. With Charles Laughton, Bela Lugosi, and the Panther Woman. Like it's a circus attraction. No, I haven't seen it. I probably should because I know it's a pretty classic movie. I just got the title wrong.
Boy Ram, thank you for the 500 bits. When you said you were doing an edit, I thought you meant the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2.
I do talk about it a little bit in the next one, so just a little bit though.
Boy Ram, thank you for the 500 bits. Did you see the trailer for Monkey Man? People describe it as John Wick meets Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool. That's the first trailer in a while. Like, the very least for an original idea, where I was just like, that looks pretty badass.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Thoughts on the Wild Robot trailer? Fun fact, it's the final DreamWorks movie to be animated in-house before they officially start outsourcing to other studios.
Oh, interesting. I was really liking it, and then it said voice cast. I went, no! I was literally looking at it, I just went, oh, fuck you! I thought it was gonna be a silent film, and then they're like, and it was doing such a good job explaining everything through just the visuals, and then they're like, oh, no, we have to have all the celebrities in there and stuff like that. Well, we still gotta spoon feed it to you. I'm like, oh, come on, that's a letdown. It doesn't mean it'll be bad, but that was a bit of a letdown to see. Everything else looked really cool.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. There's so many things going on. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. I absolutely loved BoJack Horseman's finale. However, I was slightly torn on how they left things with BoJack's sister, Hollyhock. I understand why it went that direction. It just wasn't the direction I wanted to see. What were your thoughts on the conclusion with Hollyhock?
I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. You know, it's funny because when I first saw it, I didn't know they were splitting the last season into like 2 parts, or the finale was going to be later. So because before the last episode, they had this long break, and they show an episode that actually doesn't have BoJack in it. It's kind of all the women he wronged in his life, and it's just them talking. It's kind of building up like things are going to go
frozen
bad
today.
soon. And then the episode stops, and I'm like, what a fascinating final episode. Wow, what a risk. What a choice. Oh, it's not the final episode. God damn it. So I actually remember what happened to her more there than I do the final episode.
I was frozen today.
I think I have to watch it again because I remember what happened to a lot of the other characters. I don't remember a ton of what happened to her. I think I got to watch it again.
I see that the super chat people have found the "I was frozen today" alert at $10.
Christ!
Oi, Ram, thank you for the 500 bits. Would it be accurate, or maybe insulting, to say that Bluey is the new My Little Pony Friendship is Magic?
I gotta watch what to say here, because at first I was gonna say I think it's a lot better than that. But if we're talking about like impact on people and connection, you know, like connecting with adult fans, even though it's clearly meant for like little kids and stuff like that, maybe I don't know, like the My Little Pony show was totally fine for what it was. There's no problems with it. It just didn't grab me, and you know, I had to say, again, was fine. It was good. It was done in a clever way. But I mean, Bluey, I think, just has like so many goddamn layers to it. Bizarrely, it's just kids playing. But I mean, the way they show the family dynamics and the different things they talk about and what a healthy family it is and how they work through, you know, difficult things they don't even know are always difficult things. All of that, it's just so brilliantly handled. Where My Little Pony is fine. It's a good show, but Bluey's like fucking brilliant in my opinion, and the show's not even done yet. So yeah, I haven't seen all the show. I've just seen like maybe I don't know, like 20 episodes or something like that, and yeah, I'm just like it's amazing.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. I unfortunately couldn't see Dune 2 in IMAX, but it was still just as spectacular in the conventional format. A true visual masterpiece. Also, Zendaya and Florence Pugh are my Pfeiffer and Zeta Jones, if you know what I mean.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny because when Titanic first came out, I remember saying, "Well, I'm never gonna watch this on the small screen. Never. It only can be seen on the big screen. It'd be crazy to watch it on the small screen." I've watched it a couple times on TV. It's fine. Still very impressive. I feel like right now I'm in that state with Dune 2. I can't see it in anything but IMAX. It has to be IMAX. It's like I'll see it at some point and still be like, this is really good.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the trailer for DreamWorks' next film, The Wild Robot? If not, check it out. It's honestly a very charming trailer.
Yeah, I liked it. Again, I'm really let down that there's talking in it, that there's dialogue in it. It looks like it's good enough that I wouldn't need it, but who knows? I might see it and be like, oh shit, now I get it. Now I get why there's dialogue in this. So I'll wait and see.
L Lover, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug. Do you plan on doing something to honor Dr. Seuss's 120th birthday, like maybe a retrospective on his animated specials?
I don't know. I feel like I've talked about most of the Dr. Seuss stuff I want to talk about. It'd have to be something like I have a real passion to discuss, and right now I can't think of anything. But I mean, there's a lot of great stuff out there. But in terms of doing a video, at the moment, I can't think of anything I'd really want to do.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. How would you rate these 3 Netflix movies?
I was frozen today.
Claus, Nimona, and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Probably Pinocchio first, Claus, and then Nimona. They're all good, but yeah, that's probably the order of what I like about, or the order I like them.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, how far are you into The Ghost and Molly McGee, and are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I just saw the Hanukkah episode. That's probably my favorite so far because I never realized this, and maybe there's a bit of media out there that does what they did, but every time, and it's not a ton, but every time I've seen Hanukkah talked about in a special or a movie or something like that, it's exactly that. It's talked about. And then they kind of go on to something else, where here you actually see the family enjoy Hanukkah. You see them celebrate that. You see why it's worth celebrating, why it's so warm, why it's, fun and enjoyable, but also very heavy. There's some history there too. And it was really, really well done. It actually let us see them enjoy it. And I feel like I don't see that much in the few Hanukkah properties that we get. We don't get a ton, but the ones I've seen, they always talk about a bit, say a little info, and then it's on to something else. I really like they let them enjoy it, and they showed why it is worth celebrating.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Javier Bardem in Dune 2? I know how much you crapped on him in the Little Mermaid remake.
Yeah, but that's it. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. I did make fun of him in the Pirates movie, but no, he's a great actor. I think that's why it's kind of easier to make fun of him when he's bad in something because it happens so rarely. But yeah, no, that's like the bare minimum performance I've just come to expect of him because he's so good, and the bare minimum is still really great. I mean, he was very charming, very funny, but you could take him seriously too. Yeah, I think it was great.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, I really think you should review our drawings by Callowby Productions. I know you said you don't want to make fun of YouTubers, and I get that, but when someone craps on other projects and then says that their film is on the same level as Disney and DreamWorks, I'm sorry, that gains no sympathy from me.
Well, I mean...
Fuck yeah! Sparkle, sparkle,
it
sparkle!
doesn't need sympathy or criticism from me. It sounds like everyone else is kind of throwing stuff at him already. I don't know. There's enough YouTubers throwing hate at each other, and I'm not gonna act like I'm never gonna do it. I just don't like doing it. So yeah, unless it's something where it's like I have to, kind of thing, I don't want to. At the most, I'll make fun of like trends or like a fad or something, but I try not to point and say I am directly mocking
Fuck
this
yeah!
person.
Sparkle, sparkle,
YouTuber.
sparkle!
Sorry, these alerts are loud. I'm definitely gonna have to change some of that, but it's hilarious because just as you were finishing that up, we had a fuck yeah, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. So I'm gonna see if I can't just bump your volume up a little bit.
Okay.
Can you talk for me, please?
Blah, blah, blah. I am talking. This
Okay,
X-Men
I
shirt
bumped
is
it up.
almost the
We'll
color of my
see.
skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Yamato, thank you for that $2 super chat. As I was trying to say earlier, I know you probably gave this before you knew. If we have time, we're going to come back and read this, but thank you. Still appreciate it. Kid X, thank you for becoming a member. Crush Level, thank you for becoming a member. Agent J, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. This is part 1 out of 2. What did you think of Christopher Walken in Dune 2? Did you find his presence distracting at any point?
No, and I thought it would be. The only thing I thought was distracting is that he said so little, and I did want a little more, like not a ton. When he did it well, but yeah, I mean, it's the big bad guy, like the one that calls all the shots. I see what they do, they make him kind of like an old man, he's being manipulated and stuff like that, but like he's still the person that said, do it, go commit all these terrible, things and everything. So I would like just a little bit more of him. But yeah, no, I thought it was actually a good choice.
Sorry, that was my computer, not yours. Hyperdevil Fangirl, thank you for the 40-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. This is part 2 out of 2. Deal with this prophet. Actually... Okay, there we go. I was trying to make sure there wasn't any spoilers for Dune. Deal with this prophet, send assassins, and get me a big bowl of pie with some ice cream on it. Good. Anyone else get that joke besides me?
Put some on your head. Drive your tongue crazy trying to get to it. You interested? You sure? Dune should be combined with Gigli. I think that was the other criticism every critic had.
Obviously. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Batman the Animated Series, who do you think gave the better performance, Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill?
Oh, that's rough. You know what? No, it's not. It's Kevin Conroy. And it's because he had to essentially play 2 roles, Bruce Wayne and Batman, what he is privately and what he is publicly, where the Joker is always the same. And that's fantastic. The Joker has so many layers to him, but, Batman, I mean, you really are playing 2 different people. And I mean, it is close. So whenever I read a comic, those are the voices I hear. I hear Kevin Conroy, I hear Mark Hamill, but yeah, I think it's Conroy.
Timing! John Bondi, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Again, hopefully we will get back to that later. FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Favorite David Lynch movie?
Man, Christ, I'm trying to think what one like really started. I mean, it's all the generic ones like Eraserhead and Mulholland Drive. Maybe Straight Story, because that really did change the way I look at films. It really did teach me, you know what? Wait until the end. It could literally transform in the last few seconds. And that was really eye-opening to me. I've never had a film do that before. So yeah, it might be the Straight Story, actually.
Tom Dog, thank you for that subscription. Burnsy, thank you for the 500 bits. Your Superman was well done, except of course not mentioning that it was shot in my city of Calgary, Canada, and Smallville was shot in High River, Canada. Imagine being a 10-year-old boy knowing that they shot the movie in your town. In fact, it was a movie you remember that you thought was cool as a kid, knowing that it was shot in your town.
Well, I mean, they shot The Dark Knight in our town, so no, actually, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was shot in Canada. That makes a lot of sense, so.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Mark Hamill villain do you like more, Ozai from Avatar or Muska from Castle in the Sky?
Probably Muska. I mean, the Fire Lord's good, but he is just kind of the big bad villain. He's just there to kind of be evil. Where Muska, like, I don't know. He kind of had to work his way into his evil, and that was kind of fun to watch. So yeah, I guess I'll say him.
Derek Ray, thank you for that $9.99 super chat. Hey guys, 2 days ago was the 30th anniversary of John Candy's passing, and I was wondering, what's your favorite John Candy film?
Man, probably Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
I was frozen today.
That bit near the honestly, just the last third in general, just tugs at my heartstrings a lot. Yeah, that's another one of those guys. I mean, he died years ago, like you said, like what was it, 30 years you were saying? And I still can't believe he's gone. Like, he left that big an impact.
Jack Sheehy, thank you for that £5 super chat. Hey, Doug, euro, sorry. Man, I swear I know currency. Euro. Hey, Doug, glad to see you trying YouTube Live here. I like that you're reviewing the Superman movies. Can't wait to see you review 2 and 3 and Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, I just finished editing 2. We just finished shooting 3. Malcolm's really funny in 3. It's pretty fun.
JL, thank you for that $5 super chat. What's your favorite Superman movie?
I think the first one. Yeah, watching it again, it was interesting watching 2 again because growing up, you don't really think about any differences. We also didn't have Blu-ray growing up and everything, so watching it again, knowing there's 2 directors that made it, you can really tell in the way it's shot and some of the pacing and everything that it's like, oh, okay, this was the other director, this was Donner. You can tell Donner's a little bit more soft focus, kind of grander shots. Lester's a little bit more, it's a little bit more white out, a little bit more high exposure. It's a little bit more point and shoot. But like some of the best scenes are still Lester's, like when Lois and Clark, without going to spoilers, when somebody discovers something, you know what that is. That scene is so romantic. That's like one of the most romantic scenes I've ever seen in a movie. Watching it again, I'm like, I am blushing watching this scene.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. NC for Time Cop. It turns 30 this year, and it's been a while since you talked about Van Damme.
Maybe. That is a pretty fun, but 30. Oh, shit. God, I feel fucking old. I might do that. I'll look into that.
Dr. Jones, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, have you ever seen B Mask's video on Kickassia or any of his other videos?
B Mask? Was that
Yeah, it's B-Mask.
No, I haven't. I'll try to check him out, though.
I was frozen
Sean, thank
today.
you for the $2 super chat. Ari, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I'm assuming it was rounded up to 5. I don't know how this works. Have you seen the new Has Been Hotel episodes? If so, thoughts? If not, do you plan to? Thanks. Love you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna do. I think next week I was gonna do an Untitled review show on it. I enjoyed it a great deal. It's probably like one of the best things you can stream right now in terms of like animation. I want to bring this up in the review. I was a little spoiled by Hell of a Boss, and I do like the animation a little bit more in there and the style a little bit more. But they are very similar. They take place in the same. They both take place in hell. It's the same style and everything, but I do see they're trying to be a little different. But it did taint my enjoyment of it a little bit because I'm so blown away by Hell of a Boss. But it's like that. I shouldn't look down on Has Been Hotel because of that, because it's still amazing. Like that animation is still spectacular. It's unlike anything you see on TV. Except for Hell of a Boss on YouTube, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I want to kind of open that up to people and see if they had a similar experience with it. But it is very, very good. The songs are good. Characters are good. Designs are phenomenal. Animation's great. Very, very good.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug. Hey, Tamara. It's Heather, actually. I've been banned for your Twitch account for months. Would you please lift the ban? No. Monkey Pants, thank you for the $6.99 super chat. Hey, Doug, are you a fan of The Walking Dead, or are you watching The Ones Who Live?
I watched it up to the point where I think a lot of people watched it, the bat scene, and there wasn't anything that was like so insulted or I'm done or anything like that. It was just like, all right, I think I don't know. I think I'm just kind of, it's run its course with me. I wanted to see who was going to get it, with the bat, and I did. I'm like, all right, no, and that was satisfying. That was well done. And then I just kind of got out of it. There was no hard, like, I'm leaving. They crossed the line. I never quite hit that. But, yeah, at some point it finally lost me.
I was frozen today.
Unless I hear, like, amazing things about the new show, I'm not looking to watch the new one. But, again, if people are talking about it, saying, holy shit, this is really amazing, you got to check it out, I will.
Jack Sheehy, thank you for the €2 super chat. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, in Vox Machina, who was your favorite character? Oh, man. It's been a while since I've watched that show. Vex. I'm gonna go with Vex. King Casual, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Would you ever consider reviewing the Disney-era Power Rangers series for Disney-cember? You would love RPM.
I'm not a Power Ranger kid, man. I'm sorry. Even when I was growing up with it, I'm like, this is dumb. This ain't for me. I do see why it's charming. I see anyone that did grow up with it. If I was maybe a little younger when it came out, I'd probably enjoy it. But yeah, I was way too cynical to enjoy it. I was just at the wrong cynical age. So yeah, sometimes I'll watch it just to make fun of it, but and review it and have fun with all that. But yeah, I'm not the guy to talk to about that.
Brian Massey, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Will you review Sheen Kamen Rider and Ultraman?
I saw a preview for a new Ultraman. Is that what they're talking about? Or are they
I'm
talking
assuming,
about just
yes.
I didn't see the trailer yet. That's both of those I don't know a ton about. So probably not. Again, unless it's something where people are like, oh, you'll need to know about Ultraman. You can watch, the new one on its own, in which case maybe I'll check it out. But yeah, I get the feeling you have to have some knowledge about it.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the $5 super chat. Top 3 favorite NC thumbnails. In my opinion, 3 Iron Man, 2 Monster House, 1 Hook.
Yeah, well, I know those are all Rob's actually. So
oh, really?
He'll greatly appreciate that. Yeah, the Monster House one especially. I was like, ooh. There's another one he did. I was so blown away by the Scary Stories one that he did was just so, because I didn't even pose for it. I think he took like half my face. It's that famous Scary Stories thing where there's a guy with the pipe, that thing, and he just took half of my face and outlined it. He just combined them so well. Man, outside of that, I don't know. The ones you listed are pretty good.
Jordan Tanaka, thank you for becoming a member. FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Idea for next theme month, Seinfeld. Seinfeld month. There it is.
I mean, just like the show, or
I'm
what I
assuming.
do, or B movie or something. It's like I don't know how much of a month I could get out of that, today. But I do love Seinfeld and Jerry Seinfeld and all that. But yeah, I don't know how much I could get out of that. Probably.
Cararo Claptrap, thank you for the $2 super chat. Jacob Matthew Crawford, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hello, Doug and Heather. I hope everyone is doing well. Have you ever seen or heard of the 1988 war film, The Beast? It stars George Dzundza. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to say that name. Jason Patrick, Stephen Bauer, and Stephen Baldwin.
Huh. No, never even heard of this. Huh. Boy, I don't know how to say that either. I'm looking at the spelling and I don't even know how to spell it. No, I have not seen this. I'll try to check it out.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Ever see Princess
today.
Half Demon anime?
Princess Half Demon?
Yeah, Princess Half Demon. It sounds very anime. That's for darn sure.
I just want to see what Princess Half Demon looks like. That it's Yashahime. That's why. All right, so that literally probably translates into that. It's just I'm thinking like horror. I'm thinking like like devil face or something like that. It's like it's like the it's a human. It's the spirit of a demon that goes into this person. It's like okay. No, it looks good. It looks very Inuyasha-ish.
Someone said it is the Inuyasha spinoff. I've only heard it called by its Japanese name. I didn't realize it was called Half Demon.
All right, that makes more sense.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, Netflix just announced they are reviewing live-action Avatar, or renewing live-action Avatar for seasons 2 and 3. I don't know about you, but I'm pumped, especially to see Toph.
Yeah, that'll be fun to see how they do that. I mean, I will say this. That's because they do change some things around, and if they are going to do the whole thing, I'll be like, all right, well, how are they going to handle this? How are they going to work, with this scene? And, so that will be interesting. And I'm with you, seeing them do Toph or the Boulder. I'm really excited to see if they're going to do the Boulder. I don't think they're going to, but that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, I didn't get into it, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested to see how they were going to do some of the other stuff, so I'll still check it out.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the $5 super chat. Douglas, you beautiful bald specimen, after months of restless nights lying awake, I need to know, what did you think of my Star Wars fanfic?
I still haven't had a chance to read that much of it, man. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, but yeah, this job just keeps you surprisingly very, very busy, so I haven't had a chance.
LHRPG, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Critic, huge fan. Been watching your reviews since 2017. Any chance we could get a Lovecraft movie next Nostalgiaween?
Um, what would count as a Lovecraft movie? I mean, are there any like?
I don't know, honestly.
I'm trying to think. Are there any like really famous ones? Why am I thinking like Reanimator? Was it? Oh, was it? I Lovecraft. Okay. All right. So there's that, but they probably not because YouTube really cracks down on gore now and stuff like that. Lovecraft is pretty gory usually, so yeah, probably not. Reanimator would have been fun though.
Brady Wells, thank you for the $5 super chat. Next year, you should do a Star Wars month where you check out the prequel and original trilogy.
Somebody gave us an idea a while ago, and we might do it this year. We'll see, because it's something like, I don't know, the 20th or 25th anniversary of like Phantom Menace, something like that. And I always said I didn't really want to do an NC review because everything that could be said about was said. And they had a funny idea of having AI write a review and just read it word for word and just do everything that it says, even if it makes no sense. I kind of like that idea. So if we do it, I'll probably do that.
Matt, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, don't you love Gene Hackman's delivery on the Otisburg joke in Superman?
Oh yeah, Otisburg. And the one that was, I don't know if I want this or not. I wanted one big yell, Otisburg, like, and I'm thinking, well, do I want that? Would he yell at that? I don't know if he would, but yeah, I found somewhere there's an Otisburg shirt, and I am so gonna get it because I love that joke so much.
Rockstar, thank you for the $5 super chat. How is your health here recently? Are you feeling better?
Better, yes. It's not gone. It did kind of make a little bit of a relapse the past like couple weeks. It's nowhere near as bad as where it was before, and I don't think it's gonna affect like uploading videos, but like I am moving stuff around. I am pushing stuff off and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see a specialist in 2 months. So I'm gonna see if I can see someone before then and try a few other things. But yeah, it still ain't gone, but it's nowhere near as bad as like when it was at its worst.
Silla Sue, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you should review Arthur and the Invisibles.
Maybe. I've gotten some recommendations for it before. I did Strange Magic. And not too many people checked out that one, so I'm kind of thinking like, okay, well they're kind of the same movie, kind of the same style. So I was just assuming nobody would watch Arthur and the Invisibles, and I like to do a half and half. I like to be something I want to talk about and something people want to see. So we'll see if it looks like, I don't know if there's like enough demand for it or something like that. Maybe I will.
Burnsy, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, Liam Neeson is in talk to star in a remake of the Naked Gun movies. Thoughts? Might there be an NC of the first one?
Oh, what the hell can I say about the first? Well, okay, some of the OJ jokes would be pretty easy, but no, I don't think I can make. I don't think I could do that much commentary on the first one. But I will say, like, the idea of remaking a parody movie is very odd. But if you're gonna do it, that's not a bad way to do it. Having Liam Neeson play it totally straight, like the guy from Taken, in that world, that Naked Gun world, that does kind of sound funny. So honestly, when I heard they're remaking, I'm like, what? But then when I heard Liam Neeson, I'm like, I could kind of see this. So I'm cautiously optimistic.
I hate to already rush you, Doug, but we are going to have to make sure our answers are not so long because we have a ton of questions here.
Gotcha.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Dark Toon's suggestion, The Devil's Ball, 1933. It has phenomenal stop motion for the time.
The Devil's Ball?
Ball. B-A-L-L. 1933.
Oh, there it is. I will check it out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Stripe from Gremlins?
Fun. I mean, just the main bad monster. I mean, not a ton to him, but he got the job done.
Power Fan, thank you for that 37-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate it. And they said, love the channel. Travis Murphy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can you review The Island of Dr. Moreau with Val Kilmer? So bad.
Maybe someday. I've got requests for it. I might at one point.
John Bondi, thank you for the $10 super chat. Are you going to do Nostalgia Critic review of 50 Shades of Grey trilogy? Would there be first viewings of that? Will there be new sibling rivalry videos?
We might shoot one tomorrow. Actually, a sibling rivalry. In terms of 50 Shades of Grey. I might do a compilation video. They're very boring. That's the thing about it. So, I will at some point, but that means I have to watch them.
Yinpei, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Nostalgia Critic, me and my girlfriend love your content. We want to ask you something. When is the Nostalgia Critic movie coming? We love your skits and would love how y'all would make a movie.
Thank you so much. Movies take a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of passion, and you have to be really passionate about if you're gonna get it done. And I'm passionate about this. Unless there's some sort of movie that I'm just like, oh my god, this is the grand epic opus or something like that, then I would make it. But
I
it's
was
like,
frozen
I don't know.
today.
There's nothing I'm that passionate about for a movie.
FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Favorite Weird Al song?
Oh man, I don't know. Yoda. It's pretty funny.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fanscription idea, what if Thor and the Ancient One were in Captain America, the First Avenger?
Might be an idea. I'll pass it on to Walter.
Justin James, thank you for the $5 super chat. Suggestion, Oscar 1991 screwball comedy starring Stallone playing a gangster trying to go straight, hilariously quotable and free on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know it was on YouTube. Okay, I saw that when it came out. I don't remember much about it. I hear it's bad, but I gotta watch it again.
Sieber, thank you for the $2 super chat. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Troy Baker character do you like more? Booker from BioShock Infinite or Grime from Amphibia?
I didn't know he played Grime from Amphibia. Okay. I kind of like Booker. I know he's a little generic, but as you find out more, there is more to him.
Ian Inkster, thank you for the £2 super chat. Caro Claptrap, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the Borderlands movie trailer? It's based on the video game series.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the video game. The movie looked fun. A lot of people, I think, are saying it's, they couldn't get James Gunn, so they got Eli Roth, and that's what it looks like. And it's like, fair, but I think that still looks like fun.
SA of Scotland, thank you for the $2 super chat. Mew Mew Powder Puff, thank you for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate that. Hi, Doug.
Today.
Me and my sister are really big fans of Our for a long time. Hope you don't stop and keep making us laugh for many more years to come. Also, I have a request for you to review Ninja Assassin.
I don't know if I know that one. I'll look it up. Thank you.
Crushed Level, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, how many times did you die fighting Riku in Kingdom Hearts 2?
I don't know if we did. I'm sure somebody tallied it up. I know what was it, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that? Like, it was crazy how long the fight went.
I'm assuming this is Scissor Inc. It's Xizzer. I don't know. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Thank you. Hello, Doug. Thank you for your content. Your channel has helped me increase my love for movies and even inspired me to follow filmmaking in college. Would you consider more classic movies to review? Godfather, 2000, etc.
Maybe. Sometimes I go back to it has to be something I'm very passionate to talk about and can bring something new that somebody hasn't said about it. So we'll see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Who do you think is the better launch pad, Trey McGovern or Beck Bennett?
They're both pretty funny.
Today.
I don't know. It's kind of apples and oranges. They both do a pretty good job.
Captain Cat, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, when Epic Mickey Rebrush comes out, will you consider playing it?
I am. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we definitely have that on the list as a possibility.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, The Chosen just finished its 4th season, and it's gotten more tense, emotional, and thought-provoking than ever. No rush, just excited.
Yeah, no, I do want to check it out. I still haven't had a chance yet, though.
Elijah Anderson, thank you for the $5 super chat. Been a long-time fan. Question, what aspect of the Raimi Spider-Man films do you think they did better than the others? Raimi bro here, by the way.
They do better than like the other movies. I'm trying to go. Oh, Doc Ock was pretty fun. I thought I liked making him more human and fleshing him out more. I dug all that.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 500 bits. Will you be doing an untitled review show on Has Been Hotel or Kung Fu Panda 4 this week, or perhaps both?
Gonna do Kung Fu Panda this week, Has Been Hotel next week.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 500 bits. Not gonna lie, Chris Pratt's voice in the Garfield movie is starting to grow on me. I honestly think this film might really work. It feels like they're showing love to the franchise. Even if it's bad, it'll be better than the live-action movies.
Okay, there is that. It can't be worse than the live action one, but yeah, I don't know. It ain't grabbing me, man. But it's a trailer. I could be wrong.
3M Onion, thank you for the 500 bits. You and Channel Awesome should play Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. It's like the 2009 video game, but online.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. I'll keep that in mind. Hyper Devil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. A friend of mine wanted me to ask if you would consider doing an NC review of Bedazzled. It's a Harold film from the early 2000s and stars Brendan Fraser as Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I heard it's not that great, but I've always been curious to check it out, so maybe I will.
FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Which Wayne Knight character is funnier, Newman from Seinfeld or Officer Don from Third Rock from the Sun?
Don. I love Newman, but Don's just a great character. Him and Sally are just a couple for the ages.
I was frozen
Mustard Man,
today.
thank you for the 500 bits. Prediction, Doug will give Ghostbusters Frozen Empire 2.5 out of 4 possessed Macnicals?
That is like the safest one I usually go with. It is still usually a thumbs down when I do it though, so it's usually not a recommendation, but I give that rating a lot.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 500 bits. What character that horrifies you who appears normal? Like Jan Levison terrifies me when she starts dating Michael Scott and starts abusing him to the point that she cheated on him with a minor and threw a Dundee at his TV.
Who was the one in The Boys? Not I don't want to go into spoiler, but she dressed really dark. She was one of the superheroes, and then you find out more about it. I'm blanking, but her, because if I say,
sorry, I wasn't 100% paying attention. Who say it again?
In The Boys, the one of the 7, she comes in. I think the 2nd season. She has the darker hair.
Oh, the one who everyone tells me that I look like, Stormfront.
Yeah, Stormfront. That's why I figure you would know. Stormfront was pretty great because at first I'm like, oh, I kind of made this character be okay, and then you find out more. It's like, oh shit.
Matt, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, have you thought of playing the 2013 DuckTales remastered video game? Has the original voice actors in the game?
Yeah, that's another one where I have it on the list and might be a possibility.
Accelerate, thank you for the $6 super chat. Will you review other good kung fu movies like The Raid or Redemption?
I like kung fu. I don't know a ton of kung fu movies. I just know I don't even know these count, like Jackie Chan movies and stuff. But yeah, I'm not an expert. I think those should be done by people who really, really know them and understand them.
That's Disney Nerd. Thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the Iron Claw yet? I will ask you this question until eventually you see it, Doug Walker. I know you're busy and I understand it's tough to work around your schedule, but still, watch it, Doug.
I have it on the list of stuff to watch. I do really want to check it out.
Breeze Dorling, thank you for the $2 super chat. Lone Wolf Boxing, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey Doug, just watched your Superman Nostalgia Critic. It was great as per usual. What do you think about the new Superman coming out and new DCU?
I mean, I gotta see what they do. I guess Blue Beetle was one of the new ones, but yeah, which I haven't seen yet. But I'm hopeful. I like who they picked to play Lois because I really like the marvelous Miss Maisel, and I think she was born to play Lois. But that can also go south if they don't know how to use her right. I can see that easily going the wrong direction. So I hope they know what they're doing. Is James Gunn directing that too? Is he doing the new Superman?
Yes.
Okay, he'll be fine. He's got it.
Super Atomic Brothers, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of the Garfield 2009 show?
I don't know if I saw the 2009 one. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, sorry.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Superman the Animated Series, what do you think of Tim Daly's performance? He's my favorite Superman.
He's very good. I like Reeve more. I guess it helps that you can see him, as well. But no, I think he's that's a pretty damn good voice to play that character.
Becca Lou, thank you for the $2 super chat. Isaac, thank you for becoming a member. Scissor, thank you for the $10 super chat. Rank all the live-action Batman actors from best to worst. West, Keaton, man. Kilmer, Clooney, Bale, Affleck, Pattinson. Also include Conroy.
I mean,
maybe just top 3.
Yeah, Conroy's the best. Clooney's the worst. I think even he would admit that. Keaton would be under him, and then I'll say Pattinson, actually.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. My first IMAX movie was Matrix Reloaded. What was yours? P.S. Will questions be
I was frozen
questions be
today.
500 bits moving forward? Until we have this under a manageable amount, yes.
Yeah. First IMAX movie. I don't know, like something at a museum. I'm trying to think of like, where they have like those big ones. It's like a science net because they didn't used to show films on IMAX. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Vintage
know either.
2000's like one of the earliest I can remember. I feel like I must have seen one before then. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it was that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 37-month subscription. Woohoo! Also, hello, Super Doug. Great review today. Also, next week will be my niece, Eliana's, I always forget, I'm sorry, I know you've told me many times, Sailor Aaron. Alina's first birthday, and her party is on Saturday. We are, my family and I, going to have a blast.
I'll tell her happy birthday.
Case Sutherland, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, I know it's 7 months away, but do you intend to review Halloween 3, Season of the Witch for Nostalgia-ween? It seems to get more appreciation as time goes on.
Maybe. The problem is there's like 5 really good things about it, and the rest is really boring. That's the thing. I think it's really dull. So we'll see.
Tyler Hamilton, thank you for the $10 super chat. You ever think about reviewing Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead for Nostalgia-ween? To me, it's Snyder's best movie, other than maybe Watchmen.
Yeah, I liked it. It's another one I don't think I could like add a ton to it that isn't already kind of speaks for itself, but I enjoy it.
47 Cartoon Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can we get some Miramax films for this year's Disney-cember? Maybe we can finally get a Disney-cember of Tom and Jerry the movie, 1993.
Maybe that's one of the ones I've been looking at. I still haven't chosen a theme yet, but yeah, I might do Miramax.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fanscription idea, what if you fix these movies? Dungeons and Dragons, Battlefield Earth, Wild Wild West, The Avengers 1998, and Double Dragon.
Maybe. I'd have to really want to fix them, though, and I don't want it. And they already fixed Dungeons and Dragons. They made our movie. It was pretty good.
John Bondi, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, I know you were not a big fan of the live-action Jungle Book. Have you seen Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle in Netflix?
I tried, and I wanted to like it because it's closer to the book, but it wasn't that great. Yeah, I didn't get through it, sadly. It just, didn't grab me.
At Movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Disney-cember suggestion, the other Lucasfilm productions, American Graffiti, Willow, Red Tails, etc.
Might be a thought. Like I say, there's a couple things we can choose.
Dan Snyder, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever consider reviewing Star Wars EU stories for Disney-cember, like Darth Bane or the Thrawn trilogy? Darth Plagueis is also worth reading.
Oh, okay, we are talking about the books.
Yeah.
For Disney-cember, is that what they said?
Yes.
Probably not. Visual media, I think is what we're doing.
Anon in Maine, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, I wanted to know if you've seen the Boondock Saints, and if so, what did you think of it? Would you even consider reviewing it?
No, because it's another one I don't have a ton to say about it, and it's all right. I don't know. I know people either love it or hate it, and that's another one where I'm like, it's ambitious.
Ty Marshall, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey, Doug, great review of the Superman movies. Which Dawn of the Dead movie you like the most? The 1978 original or the 2004 remake?
I like the original a little more, but the fact that it can be remade at all and remade as well as it did, I think really says something.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, why don't you hire someone to edit and censor the Nazi symbol from Raiders and Crusade while you do your own thing until next March?
It's a lot, man. I don't know, and I still don't even know if it would work. So sometimes even when you cover it, it still gets in because, we can see you covering it. That draws more attention to it. We'll see, man. We'll see if there's some sort of way around it.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. If you were able to tell me what is the film you used the clip from in Curse of the Commercials during the Cats PSA, it cuts to a man saying schedule. Also, what is the films you reference in your Best Fiends Friends review where you cut the clips of people saying, "Who are you?" in reference to the character Uncle Rick?
I'd have to see the review again if it's a couple of them. Schedule might be Dracula Dead and Loving It. Again, I have to go back to the review and see.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the $5 super chat. Welp, WB strikes again, this time closing down the studio Rooster Teeth. Now for Ruby, Red vs. Blue, and Death Battle, my next chat about Death Battle.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, I just heard about that today. Yeah, they've been around like over 20 years, right? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy, man. No, I love Red versus Blue. So yeah.
Anthony Lutmer, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. Have you seen Phil Tippett's Mad God yet? It's a stop motion nightmare from the guy who did stop motion in the original Star Wars trilogy.
No, not yet. That's another one of those. I have it like on the queue, ready to go. But it's on Amazon, so like they don't have the queue right in front of you. So then I go back. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't got to that yet. I really want to. It looks really, really good.
Lazy Bones, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, big fan. Who are your favorite review channels? Also, my friend Citizen Hal has a podcast, Too Many Movies, and would love having you on.
Let me see. I don't usually do a lot of interviews or stuff like that, but sometimes I do. I'm in the wrong. I'm on the wrong address here. Dang it. I was gonna just look at the ones I'm subscribed to. Let's see. Brad, obviously. I like Brad Jones. I like James Rolfe. A lot of my friends I watch. I try to think of any others that I'm sure there's others. I'm just blanking on them. I'm so sorry.
Quade's Covers, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, longtime fan. Is there a chance we'll see Nostalgia Critic review the Hobbit trilogy? It's the trilogy's 10th anniversary this year, and would love to get your thoughts on it.
I've thought about it. I thought about maybe doing like a Lord of the Rings month or something like that. So maybe at some point I'll include the Hobbits in there too, because I really like the first one.
Dragon Fist, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, are you going to review Netflix Last Airbender adaptation? God bless.
I did a Untitled review show on it. Yeah, that was enough. I got everything I needed out on that one.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. What's your choice for next year's Disney-cember for film reviews?
I don't know yet. We're leaning towards Miramax, but we haven't 100% committed to that yet. So we'll see.
John Doe, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Really appreciate
you.
that.
So kind.
Doug, I'm an aspiring filmmaker, and after watching your show for the past few years, I want to thank you for reigniting my passion for cinema.
Oh my God! Thank you. It's so kind of you to say. Yeah, kind words and kind money. No, really. Thank you so much.
V-Man, thank you for the $2 super chat. AG, thank you for the $10 super chat. Just popping in to say I've been a Channel Awesome fan for a long time. Keep up the great work, Doug, and Channel Awesome team.
Oh, thank you so much. Everyone's so nice. Oh my God.
Breeze Dorling, thank you for the $2 super chat. One Man Army Swamp Party, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, since Has-Been Hotel has been released, will you review the first season?
Yes, not this week, but next week it's scheduled.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. What is the Studio Ghibli films you didn't like? For me, I don't like Ponyo, Whispers of the Heart, and Only Yesterday.
Oh, I love all those movies, man. I didn't get into Howl's Moving Castle. I didn't hate it. I just didn't get into it. I feel like there's one or two others. There's not many. They're pretty solid. I never did see that CG one that was supposed to be really, really bad. Some sort of witch thing where she's like in a rock band or something like that.
The Retro Maniac, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, did you know that Tim Curry was going to play Judge Doom in Roger Rabbit, but he was denied due to being too scary for kids? What's your thoughts on it?
Christopher Lloyd was the safer, less threatening? Good God. He would have done great. I didn't know that, but now that you mention it, it's like it almost kind of looks like him a little bit. So yeah, I can see that.
Austin, thank you for the $30 super chat. Really appreciate that. Hey, Doug, it's been a while since your last musical review, and I know that you have talked about this movie/show quite a bit, but would you create a musical review of Little Shop of Horrors? Keep up the good work.
I don't know if I have a ton else to say, but if I did another musical, it'd probably be was it the Greatest Showman? That's the one.
Hell yeah, Greatest Showman.
Yeah, because I mean it's bad, but it is so entertaining. It is the most entertaining kind of bad, and I would love to talk about it.
Lewis Ward, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey, Doug, I was wondering if you've ever seen Doctor Who, and if so, who's your favorite Doctor?
I've only seen like just the ones everybody's seen, like Blank or the Van Gogh one. Like I said, I've seen only 2 or 3, and I like them, but yeah, I don't have time to watch them all or catch up on them. But what I've seen, I liked.
John Bondi, thank you for the $10 super chat. Will you ever do an NC review of Red Letter Media's Space Cop?
Is that a movie they made? Is that what? Or is that a movie they reviewed?
I don't know.
I guess I can look it up. I mean, probably not, because I try not to talk about other other YouTubers stuff in general. Usually, sometimes I do, especially if I'm friends with them and stuff. But oh yeah, I guess it's a movie then. I didn't know that. Uh, sorry, some of these pictures are funny. I'll at the very least try to check it out.
Andres, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you consider doing collabs again with Angry Joe on Twitch or main channel? All the best from Ecuador.
Oh, thank you so much. I will say I haven't like reached out too much for like crossovers and stuff like that. Like I only try to do them when it's something where I'm like, I can't do it without this person, if that makes sense. Which are one or two. But yeah, I haven't reached out too much. Like I said, like something like Phantom Strider for SpongeBob, like that makes sense. I couldn't review it without him, and that's kind of what I'm holding myself to now.
One Man Army, thank you for the $5 super chat. Oh, also, have you ever seen the musical movie called 1776? I grew up with that flick, and it's one of my favorites to this day.
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it. Nah, I haven't seen it, but I've definitely heard of it.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. My favorite Ghibli films are Kiki's Delivery Service, good Disney dub, Cat Returns, Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, Castle in the Sky, and Howl's Moving Castle. Everything else I either haven't seen or have no interest in.
Check them out. Even if you don't like them, there's always something in there that's worth seeing. So yeah, I would definitely say see as many as you can.
McMada, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you ever heard of the 1988 movie High Spirits, a star-studded, quirky comedy, minor horror of an Irish castle pretending to be haunted to get tourists, only for it to be really haunted? It sounds like it would be right up your alley.
No, High Spirit, 1988. Oh, okay, I've seen this cover. Okay, but I haven't actually seen the movie. I'll check it out. Looks like fun.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 500 bits. Hello, Doug and Heather. Hope you two are doing well. So, Doug, will you watch Mr. Holland's Opus, Ice Princess, and Remember the Titans for Disney December? In my opinion, they're really good movies.
Probably Remember the Titans, because I know a lot of people like that movie. The others we'll see. Like I said, I just don't know if there's much demand from people, but sometimes I'll do it just because I want to do it. So, we'll see.
Kyle, thank you for the $6 super chat. Have you ever thought of being, maybe bringing back Raiders of the Story Arc reviews?
Probably not. They were fun to do, but yeah, they just take a little bit too much time now. I'm older. Things that take more time just are exactly that. They're hard to do, and they just take more out of you.
Matt Florent, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, thanks for all the great videos over the years. What do you think makes a good horror movie?
I don't know. I guess some kind of uniqueness, something, because there's so damn many of them. And it, in many respects, it isn't hard to qualify as horror when you really think about it. So I think something that really makes you unique and stands out, whether that's comedic or scary or just, something you've never seen before.
Plasma Petey, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug and Heather, taking a film seminar class at college on Chicago films. So, Doug, my question for you is, what is the movie is the most Chicago to you?
Most Chicago? Oh, probably Blues Brothers. That's the one that pops in my head to me. Yeah.
One Man Army, thank you for the $5 super chat. Speaking of the Boulder, did you know that the Boulder was voiced by wrestler Mick Foley? They tried to get The Rock, but couldn't.
I didn't know that. Really? I totally didn't fucking know that. Oh my god, that just makes me love that character even more. That's hilarious.
Becca Lou, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, do you think Disney remakes are getting better or worse over the years?
I don't think they can get any worse than Lion King, so I guess objectively better, but I mean, not by much. They're still pretty bad.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Are you hoping for a Spider-Man animated series reboot after X-Men 97?
I never got into the original Spider-Man. I like that it followed the comics a lot, but it was a little too rushed, a little, X-Men already squeezed in a lot of information. I feel like Spider-Man was like that on fast forward where nothing could sink in at all, and that kind of threw me off. But I know it's got a lot of fans, so yeah. No, I want to see Spectacular Spider-Man. I want to see that finished up.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Who do you think was the better Doc Ock, Alfred Molina in the movies or Peter McNichol in Spectacular Spider-Man?
I'll say Molina, but the best one's probably the one from the game. I thought that one was done really. The PS4 one. That one I thought was really good.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. I haven't seen the review yet, but did you notice that next to Otisburg, Miss Oh, I always forget how to spell it.
Teschmacher.
Yes, Teschmacher's place is Two Big Mountains.
No, I didn't.
Amazing.
That's really funny.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you won't lift the ban on me, then at least please make more Q&A videos on YouTube. I love it when you read my questions. I mean, only if you don't make me uncomfortable here as you did on Twitch. Wolf Allen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, have you seen the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? If so, what did you think, and will you review it and the show again?
No, but everyone says it's really good. So I should give it a shot. It's another one, though, where it's like, I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I do want to see it, but I don't know when.
Jody, thank you for the $10 super chat. No message, but appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brady, thank you for the $10 super chat. A movie you should review is The Walk 2015. It's about a guy who in the 70s put a wire between the Twin Towers and walked across them. It kind of feels like you're up there with him.
Yeah, I heard it's good. I remember they were advertising that on IMAX and stuff like that. Yeah, I never did see that. I should check it out.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever thought of talking about the DC animated films such as Dark Knight Returns, Under the Red Hood, Flashpoint, etc.?
I haven't seen enough of them. I know there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good ones. I've seen a handful, but not that many. And again, I just don't know if I'd have time. I guess I did Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. I guess that counts.
Ovid, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you do a Ralph Macchio month? I would love to see a review of My Cousin Vinny.
Probably not a month, but I do like his stuff. I'll try to see if I can work in more of it.
The Gaming Politician, thank you for the $5 super chat. You read my script when you have the time. Totally understandable. I just want to make sure you still have my copy and none of the loose pages fell out, right?
No. And actually, believe it or not, Brad is holding on to it for me because I was having trouble holding it in the suitcase. And he's like, "Oh, I'll take it." So it's actually at his place.
BJ, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can you give a shout out to my sister, Lisa Marcinko?
Lisa Marcinko, you're awesome. I love you. Call me. Love you.
Bleeding Green, thank you for the $10 super chat. Just got done watching your Superman reviews. Great review. I remember watching the spinning of the Earth scene as a kid and even rolling my eyes then. Will always love that movie, even with its flaws.
Yeah, me too, definitely. It's still the best of all of them. Even that scene can't hurt it. That's how good it is.
Sam Rogers, thank you for the $10 super chat. Two-part question. Okay, they did ask two questions in one. I forgot to mention that rule, so it's just rapid fire here. What's the best acting performance you've seen in a bad movie?
Oh, shit. I gotta look them up because I'm blanking on. Go ahead, do the next one.
The other one is basically worst performance you've seen in a good movie.
Shit, I'm blanking on them. In Big Eyes, Christoph Waltz was bizarrely bad in that. Hold on, good performances in bad movies. I gotta just look at like a list of them. I don't know if this counts, but it's the first one that popped. Archie Knows is good. Ewan McGregor in the prequels, he's very good, and Ian McKellen as well.
Jody,
or is it McDermott, the Emperor?
Yes. Jody, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you considered reviewing Dinosaur City 1991?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I gotta check it out. Yeah, if you show me a picture, I don't even think I'd recognize it.
Tiff Guy, thank you for the $2 super chat. Alex DeLarge, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will you review American Psycho? Seems fairly popular and a good choice for an NC video.
Maybe. That might be another gore one, but I can probably edit around that. It is a fun movie to talk about. I might.
Rancy Gaming, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, what do you think of the YouTube series Death Battle doing the Nostalgia Critic versus Angry Video Game Nerd as an episode? And would you be willing to do it in live action?
Oh, sure. I'm a complete shill when it comes to that. I'm a total sellout, absolutely.
John, thank you for the $10 super chat. A movie I hate that everyone loves is Finding Nemo. Nemo is a spoiled brat, Marlin's an idiot, and Dory is obnoxious. Coral's death is rushed. We barely get to know her, but to each their own.
I like it. I thought everything clicked well enough. But yeah, you're a Finding Dory person, I see.
Liquid's back. Thank you for the $5 super chat. What about a video about kaiju movies becoming more accepted in American mainstream movies? Godzilla, Pacific Rim, etc.
It's a good video idea. I'm not a huge kaiju guy. Like, I like watching them, but I'm not an expert. And I think for that, you need like a real expert to talk about all that.
Tiff Guy, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, loved the pole position ad.
Pole position.
Okay, were you spoofed Killing the Family?
Oh, yeah. No, That one's all like, man, that's like what, 6, 7 years, something like that. It goes back.
Double Your Personality, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, it's Lauren from Planet Funk 2019. I made drawings for you, Tamara and Malcolm. Wondering if you're hiring. I'm still pretty interested.
As of now, no, but we will let people know if and when we ever do.
Ty, thank you for the $2 super chat. Matthew, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, will you please review Rocky Horror for Nostalgia Ween?
Musicals are rough to do, man. Like I said, it has to be something I really want to talk about. And I like Rocky Horror. I don't love it though. And again, I feel like that's got to belong to someone that loves talking about it because it has such a following.
Ken Terminated, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you thought about reviewing the Problem Child series? They are part of my childhood. They were nostalgic enough for you.
I did the first one. Maybe someday I'll do the second one. I'm still debating whether or not to put my review on Rotten Tomatoes because it's currently at 0%. I would love to be the one critic who likes
I was frozen today.
Sean49 Doctor, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, now that you're doing the early Superman films, and I assume 3 with Richard Pryor is coming soon, would you consider reviewing some of Pryor's other films like Stir Crazy and Moving?
I like them. Again, I don't think I could add that much to them. Definitely not enough to fill usual Nostalgia Critic running time.
McMada, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie from last year? After how you did that epic lampoon of the 90s movie, I was curious what you thought of Honor Among Thieves.
I liked it. I don't think I was quite as obsessed with it as a lot of people were. Like, a lot of people really got into it. But I'm also not a Dungeons and Dragons guy, so the fact that I liked it at all, I think is good. I will say this: I knew the picture of the Chris Pine with the big eyes and the like that. I knew when that scene was coming. It still made me laugh hard, like really fucking hard.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. I wanted to ask if it would be possible to re-upload the Chipmunk Adventure review, as I remember seeing it clips years ago and couldn't find it recently. I finally saw the film last week and loved it. I enjoyed the Chipettes more than Chipmunks.
I don't think I reviewed that. Yeah, that's not mine. That might have been Lindsay's, but yeah, that's not mine. I'm sorry.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And the Balto before Jim Cummings was cast originally, Brendan Fraser was going to play Steele. Do you think that would have worked?
It would have been okay. It wouldn't have been as much fun. Jim Cummings really knows how to make it just super menacing.
Nick Barrett, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you thought of doing a fanscription episode on one of the Sony Marvel Universe movies?
It's not a bad idea. Like, how would you make Morbius good or Madam Web good? It's not a bad thought. I'll pass it on to Walter.
Noah Zinner, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, potential good news. David Greenbaum from Searchlight is now in charge of live-action Disney movies with the mindset, doesn't need to exist.
Interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Ms. Mimi, thank you for the $10 super chat. What would you do if you were a kawaii moe sugoi desu anime girl named the Nostalgia Critic, and Malcolm Kuhn and Tamara-chan gave you head pats to calm you down every time you reviewed a bad movie?
I would probably get a really big sweat bead on the side of my head.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Which death scene in a superhero movie do you think worked better? Lois in Superman or Aunt May in No Way Home? The world-turning sequence in Superman doesn't count as part of the same scene.
All right, if we're not counting that, all right, structurally, No Way Home works better. But in terms of emotion, that Lois scene is pretty damn horrifying.
Chase, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, I want to ask, do you like any of the Supermen from TV, like Smallville, Superboy, or Lois and Clark? Also, thanks for the cameo.
You're welcome, and thank you. It goes to a good cause. I remember liking Dean Cain as Superman. He was a little different, but he worked for what that was. I haven't really seen the others, so I'm not the best to judge those.
Disney Knowledge, thank you for the 500 bits. I would love to hear what you think of these two underrated films from 2011, Limitless with Bradley Cooper and The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon.
I never saw either, I'm sorry.
Tiff Guy, thank you for the $10 super chat. This needs to be said. Meta Nostalgia Critic hurts. Everything in the super month sounds like a call for help. Is everything okay? Should we be worried?
I just want to feel loved again. I'm good.
Jay Greenlee, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm surprised you've never done the OG Planet of the Apes movies. Longtime fan. Love all you and the team work.
Yeah, I've actually, because I know there's another one coming out. I was originally going to do all the movies and then like the newer ones that came out. But I'm like, but there's a new one coming out. So maybe I can just do the original movies because I do like those films.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. About Dune, Doug. Don't remember if you read the book or not, but were you upset Tim Blake Nelson got cut as Fenring? Really wish he was there at the end.
Oh. I didn't know he was cast as that. That's interesting. Or was he in? Was he somewhere in the first one? Yeah, I totally missed that if he was. That dude seems to have a plan with his characters and his casting and everything. So I don't know. I'll wait and see what he does because he seems to handle it pretty well. That director.
Super Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. No message, just the chat. Agent J, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hello there, Mr. Walker. I'm an aspiring young filmmaker and have enjoyed your content for a few years. Would you be interested in doing some Hellboy reviews with more of your brother as Del Toro?
Yeah, I never did do the Hellboy movies, did I? Maybe.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Rugrats, I always thought the best humor came from the adult characters. Do you agree?
Yeah, but I haven't seen them since they came out, so I don't have the best memory of them. But yeah, I remember the adults being. I bet I will like the adults more now that I'm an adult.
Jack Kennedy, thank you for the $20 super chat. Hey, Doug, question. Have you heard any of the James Bond theories about Michael Bay's The Rock? And do you think there is some validity to the idea that it is secretly Sean Connery's last film as his James Bond?
Oh, I didn't know that. I can see that. Huh. I dig that. I like that a lot.
I was frozen today.
Unstable Goat, thank you for, I don't know what this is. Oh, SEK60 through the super chat. Thank you for that donation. I'm sorry, don't know what that means. Hey, Doug, have you seen Flash Git's animated pilot called Space King? Personally, I think it's hilarious, and I really hope it becomes a thing.
Space King. Let me see. No. I will try to check this out.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 500 bits. What did you think of the 2-minute notice song, aka Fuck You in Hell of a Boss? It's my favorite song in the show by a long shot.
I'd have to go back and hear it again. There's so many songs and moments. I'd have to hear it. I'm sure it's good. I don't remember any of them being bad.
Ziff Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Gonna use this super chat to let you know I became a Channel Awesome member. Just shut up and take my money. Well, thank you.
Well, if we must. Thank you.
AJ Canada, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, have you ever thought about reviewing The Warriors, Escape from New York, and Escape from LA?
I like those movies. Again, I don't know if they would get hits, and I do try to do a half and half between what I want to review and what I think, people will click on. So probably not, but I do really enjoy them.
Chewbacca's Lover, thank you for the $5 super chat. You should read Darth Plagueis. It gives a satisfying origin for Darth Sidious that makes sense and isn't lame. It makes midichlorians cool.
All right, might check it out.
FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Favorite Brian Regan joke? Or Reagan? Sorry, maybe it's Reagan.
What? Brian Regan. Let me. A lot of times I'll hear a stand-up name and I'll be like, "Who is that?" And they'll see him. I'll be like, "Oh, that person." I still don't know if I know this person. I'm sorry. I think I'm blanking on him. I'm sorry.
JG, thank you for the $2 super chat. Yamato Kimiko, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would Dragon Ball and Transformers crossover work, just for fun?
Dragon Ball and what?
Dragon Ball and Transformers crossover.
Sure.
Why not? Lazy Bones, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, big fan. What are your favorite review channels? Also, my friend Citizen Hal posts a podcast. Oh, they probably repeated because they didn't realize we were behind.
There you go.
FBL, thank you for the 500 bits. Theme month idea, Detective Month. You could review the Knives Out movies, the Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movies, and the Will Ferrell / John C. Reilly movie, Holmes and Watson.
People have wanted me to review that last one a lot because apparently it's so bad. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if it worked as a month. Again, I don't know how many people would tune in for it, but I might do one of those.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Amphibia, which of Anne's friends do you like more, Marcy or Sasha?
They're both interesting for different reasons. That's when the show gets good. It's when they come more into it. I don't know. I guess Marcy, but only by a little.
Lucas, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Doug. Want to ask that if you'll eventually play Arkham City and Knight, not only are they amazing games, it's Conroy and Hamill at their best.
Yeah, I will. I don't know when, but yeah, I definitely want to.
JG, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can we get a Nostalgia Critic review of Jaws 1975?
That's another one. I don't know what I would add that everybody hasn't already said about it. Yeah, I try not to review a movie unless I have like something interesting to say about it. I think I'm just gonna repeat what everyone's already said.
Spin Dash, thank you for the $2 super chat. Mew Mew Powder Puff, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, I wanted to say sorry for my bad spelling earlier. You made my day answering my comment.
Well, thank you. I mean, thank you. God, sprang to me.
Brick Cartoonist, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hi Doug, what is your opinion on the Robin Williams movie What Dreams May Come?
Um, I remember it looking really nice, having one or two good ideas. I don't remember liking it that much, though. I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. I don't know. And I know if I watch it now, I'd just be like, well, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Given everything that's happened. So, I don't know. Maybe I should see it again. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Super Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever seen the Disney movie Operation Dumbo Drop, the Disney Vietnam War movie?
No, I heard it's surprisingly okay. So maybe I should check it out for Disney December.
Dan Snyder, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would you be willing to review Star Wars comic books for Disney December? You could show panels in the video. Star Wars Legacy is great and a better sequel to the original trilogy than the Disney films.
I try to keep it to like movies and shows. Yeah, I don't even know. I could say like the artwork's good or something, but I don't think I'm the best comic book reviewer.
Night Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite Alfred Hitchcock films?
I mean, the ones everybody likes: Psycho, Strangers on a Train.
I
What's
was
it? Is it
frozen
Marley? Is that what
today.
it's called? There. Oh no. Something with Henry. Blank on it. It's a beautiful fall movie, and I'm blanking on. Yeah, those are good.
Sailor Aaron?
Oh, Vertigo, amazing.
Vertigo, there you go. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 500 bits. Also, Doug, have you listened to Amelie's English covers of the Uta song from One Piece film Red? They're fantastic. My favorites are I'm Invincible, Backlight, and Fleeting Lullaby. She's the English voice of Uta in the movie and later in the series.
No, that sounds really cool though. I'll try to check it out.
Grumpo, thank you for the $5 super chat. Is a review of Madam Web on the table? I've been working on a video about it for a month and I'd love to see Doug shred it to pieces.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's way too much fun to be had with that.
Great Autismo, thank you for the £5 super chat. Hey, love the channel, you guys. Have you ever watched In the Name of the Father with Daniel Day-Lewis, and what do you think of it?
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Spike Bebop, thank you for the $20 super chat. Which movie franchise would be perfect for a video game? Blade Runner. Imagine a Blade Runner video game. Is there a competent Blade Runner video game? Let's
Okay, competent. I
competent.
don't know. Avatar, actually, I think would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the different moves you can do, airbending and all that stuff.
Yes, and to be clear, you mean Nickelodeon's Avatar.
Yeah, I just realized that's not a movie franchise; that's a show franchise. But there is a Last Airbender movie, so I don't know. I'm counting it.
Alex Gabriel, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since you reviewed Ralph Bakshke's work in the past, I was wondering if you were ever interested in seeing one of my favorite movies of his, Wizards.
We've talked about it. That's another one we know nobody would click on. That would only be for us, but we do enjoy that movie, and we love just using Ralph Bakshi in anything that we can. So maybe.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. What animated film would you consider so bad it's good?
I'm trying to think of ones where I was just like, it was so awful. I was just laughing my ass off at. Hush up. I don't know. I'd have to really. Oh, the fucking Christmas tree is pretty funny.
Tiff Guy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Why is this chatting with Doug moved to YouTube? Will this change be permanent, or will the next chat be back on Twitch? We are actually multi-streaming right now, so you can check us out on Twitch or YouTube right now. This was just an experiment for today, so we still have content on Twitch 5 days a week. So go over to twitch.tv/channelawesome if you want to see some of our other content that we have going on over there. Spin Dash, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you read the Batman '89 comics? If so, what did you think?
No, Rob has them. I should borrow them. I see it sometimes at his place. I just sort of flip through them. Yeah, I should borrow it from him.
East Meets West, thank you for the $10 super chat. If you had infinite money and all the time in the world, would you remake Suburban Nights, Kick-Assia, and To Boldly Flee? Those were great movies that you and your friends made back in the day.
Well, I mean, they're already so perfect. You can't mess with perfection. I probably work harder on, like, helping some good charities or something like that. I probably wouldn't remake those.
Boss20, thank you for the $2 super chat. Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the Roger Zemeckis film Fight? Or Flight. Sorry, there was a very important letter I missed there. Flight. It was his return to live action after 12 years in motion capture, and it's pretty damn good. Great performances from Denzel Washington.
That's what I heard. And no, I didn't see it. But I should, because I've heard a lot of good stuff about it.
Isaac Smith, thank you so much for the $50 super chat.
Yeah, thank
really
you.
appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Doug Walker, I wanted to know if you know of Misanthropony / Zaid Magenta. He one of those people that hates your reviews on The Jungle Book, LA Deadpool 2, and most specifically Sailor Moon. Aside what he talk about, do you know about him?
I don't. Sorry. I got a lot of enemies, son.
It's so easy to hate that face. Look at it. No, I'm just kidding.
I just want to punch the fuck out of this.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Loved your review of Across the Spider-Verse. Are you excited for Beyond the Spider-Verse?
Oh, yeah. Jesus. I am crazy
I was
excited for that
frozen
movie.
today.
Mark BM, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, huge fan since 2009. Will there be any cameos in future videos, like with AVGN, Angry Joe, or Black Nerd? Greetings from Brooklyn.
If it makes sense, there is a part of me that, for lack of a better way of putting it, wants to get a touch away from kind of the more gimmicky stuff. And I hate using that term because that was fine for its day and it was fun and I love working with all those people. I would love to work with them again. But there is a part of me that kind of likes, I'm getting older, I am kind of calming down with some stuff, and it's like, yeah, let me just talk about the movie. Let me just have the passion for the movie and the fun comedy of talking about the movie kind of be the focus.
The number one Thai man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, no question, just wanted to say you've been a big inspiration for me and your content got me through a lot of hard times. Thank you and God bless.
Oh, thank you so much. What kind of you to say?
Noel Garabe, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, since he's in Mortal Kombat now, have you seen the Peacemaker show? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's all right. James Gunn hit that point where there's finally kind of a formula to what he does. And that's a little bit of a shame, but it's not a bad formula. I can't say it's bad. It's just, it's a little too familiar for me right now. That's why I'm curious to see what he does with something like Superman.
BR3, thank you for the £5 super chat. Doug, are you a bit sick of music biopics now? Like they're doing an Amy Winehouse film next month, but I feel like the documentary was perfect.
If they can do it well, everyone points out there are a lot of things that happen to a lot of musicians, a lot of actors, have similar, tragedies and things happen to them and stuff. So there is a lot of crossover, but there is a clear formula that's being used too many times. And I think that's what people are tired of in biopics. It just make them interesting, make them one that we haven't seen yet.
Andrew, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, are there any movies, good and bad, you've reviewed that you have changed your mind on?
Let me see. I was gonna review Matilda. Originally, I really didn't like that movie, and now I really like it. I think it's a very, very good film. I'm sure there's others. That's the big one, because even when I was gonna review it, everyone said, no, don't do it. And I'm kind of glad they did, because actually, I really do like that flick.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 500 bits. So the next big TV program special, if you guys do Adult Swim anime, please, I'm begging if you can talk about FMA and Blood Plus, extremely underrated. They're in my top 5 favorite anime series. Also, Heather, you can talk about Eureka 7 and Code Geass too. As a mech anime fan, I love those stories too.
Maybe. Adult Swim is if we were going to do another one, that'd probably be the one that we do. So it might be an option.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Did you miss the Stardust movie review app? And do you think it could be brought back now that the actor strike is over and more movies are coming out?
I hate to say, did it go away? I'm not even sure if it's still around. We did the thing with them and it was great, but yeah, I haven't kept up. So I don't know. It's a fun idea.
Giga Bowser, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen Mowgli's story? And if so, would you consider reviewing it? I feel like not enough people know about it. It's good and bad.
There's a couple Mowgli Star. We talking about the Chuck Jones one. We talking about the straight to video one that came out in the 90s. And I'm not sure which one you mean. I have seen the Chuck Jones one. I love that one.
Globies, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Critic, is there a video that you look back on and wish you'd never redone? Also, Tomilo says hi. Tomiolo?
I don't know. One that I wish I hadn't redone.
No, sorry, you could have redone. I misread. I apologize.
Oh yeah. Oh,
My
there's a
bad.
lot of videos now. I always say the ones particularly now. Again, they're fine for the time, but sort of where I'm trying to force a meme, those are a little hard for me to watch now. It's just like, oh, I'm just trying to be funny. No, we all know what you're trying to do, old Doug. You know. Yeah, and there's things I've changed my mind on and stuff. I always go back and say, man, I could have made that joke a little better, or trimmed that down, or worded that better. So yeah, there's as a critic, I mean, you're always gonna critique yourself. I feel like it'd be weird if you didn't.
Bob the Hun, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since Firefly is owned by Disney and they are making a reboot, is it eligible for Disney-cember?
Oh, are they really? They're doing a reboot?
I don't know. I hadn't heard about the reboot.
I haven't seen the original. I hear it's really good, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, I'll try to at the very least check it out.
John McKinney, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you ever be interested in going on Bill Maher's Club Random or Joe Rogan podcast?
I like Joe Rogan. The only thing I'd be afraid of with Joe Rogan is I hear a lot of people that go on. It gets them a lot of attention. It also gets a lot of hate. It kind of like points these targets at them. So that I wouldn't like. It was Bill Maher, the other one?
Yeah. Bill Maher, Bill Maher,
I think it's Bill Maher.
Maher.
Yeah, Bill Maher. I'm not the biggest Bill Maher guy. He is very smart. I don't get into his stuff too much, but he is very smart and can be very, very funny. Rogan would be fun. I just have to prepare myself for what comes after that if that happens.
Crusader Lugosi, thank you for the $10 super chat. No question here, but Mr. Nostalgia Critic, I watched you when I was a child, and you were the first to send me down the storytelling rabbit hole and eventually become the writer I am today. So thank you.
I was frozen today.
Matt, thank you for the $2 super chat. Riley Meek, thank you for the $2 super chat. Jacob, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, idea for a fanscription. Wish if it was a massive crossover of all the Disney animated characters like Once Upon a Studio.
You know, it's so funny when you said Wish. I immediately thought of that. I'm like, oh, I wonder if where can all the Disney characters. That is kind of a fun idea. If Walter needs an extra one, I might throw that one his way because that'd be fun to work on.
Super James, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you could choose only one superpower, what would you pick?
Probably shape-shifting, because then you could have like a million other superpowers you can turn into anything, you know, instead of like, I want to fly. Well, I could turn into something that has wings, you know, that kind of stuff.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. What do you think of Andy from Shawshank?
I can't remember who Andy from Shawshank is.
I'm not sure, sorry.
Hero Shawshank. Andy. The main character. Well, you know.
You know
what?
what?
Been a hot minute. Andy Dufresne, right? Yep, that's right. He's good. I thought Tim Robbins played him pretty well. I don't like they make it very clear about whether he did or didn't commit the crime. I would have liked if they kept that vague. But yeah, no, I thought he was played very well, written very well.
Kryptonius, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ever thought of doing an SNL-related top 11? Who are some of your favorite cast members?
I mean, I think the ones everybody, they have Bill Murray, Kenan Thompson, I think is really great. I like, what the fuck's her name from Bridesmaids? I'm totally
Melissa
blanking on her
McCarthy?
name. No, Kim something. Oh, it's awful. I can't believe she was Lola Bunny, and she was very, very funny. Totally blank.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. That's it. I'm sorry, I was confused with Kim.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you, chat.
Very good. Tina Fey's very funny. Eddie Murphy's phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, all the way to Jim Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, all the ones everybody loves, you know.
Steven, thank you for the £5 super chat. Thought about doing My Little Pony Friendship is Magic?
I tried watching it. It's totally fine. It's just not my thing. I don't really get into it or have a passion to talk about it. But, you know, it's fine for what it is.
Ice Luigi, thank you for the $2.79 super chat. Loop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Plenty of questions, so I'll split them over donations. First, do you know in other regions of the world the Demolition Man Taco Bells were instead Pizza Huts? Sorry.
Yes, I did hear about that. Did I not bring that up in the review? That's really weird. I didn't do that because I did know that.
Anthony, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, have you thought about playing the Oddworld games?
I know what they are. I've never played them. Might be an idea.
Tyler Wolf, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you think they should make a sequel to Signs? Maybe they could explain more of the alien origins.
Only if Shyamalan writes it. I'd love to hear his bonkers explanation.
Chase Slaughter, thank you for the $5 super chat. Who do you hope we finally get to see in the new Superman movie? I hope we finally get a movie Bizarro rather than Drunk Superman from Superman 3.
Lobo, man. I want Lobo in a movie.
Scissor, thank you for the $5 super chat. How old are Chaplin and Buster? I assume you like cats more than dogs. You ever own any other pets in your life?
I actually do like dogs a great deal. In some respects, I like them more than cats, but I don't like taking care of them. Cats are a little easier to take care of. That's why that was our compromise. We got cats that are very much like dogs. They like their bellies rubbed and everything. And Buster just came in and he just left. His ears were burning, I guess. Buster is 3 and I think Chaplin's 8, I believe.
Captain Wolf, thank you for the $2 super chat. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. And Owl House in Amphibia, which mom character do you like more, Anne's or Luce's?
I kind of like Anne because I know it's really the creator's mom, and it's kind of that fun, awkward acting where it's like, it's not good acting, but it's a good performance. It's fun to listen to, and you get the joy of the performance from her. So, yeah, I like all that.
Michael Janis, thank you for the $5 super chat. No message, just the chat. Chris, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you considered doing a Peanuts month with the movies from 1969 to 1980?
See, now there you go. If I was going to do that, I'd do something with like a Terrific Tyreek or something like that, because he does a lot of the Peanuts stuff. He does them very well if you haven't seen those specials he's done. Maybe like a compilation video would be the closest. I don't know if I would do a whole month, but maybe a video.
Killer Mage, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Critic. Do you think Rap Shitty Street Kids is the worst Christmas movie ever?
It's rough. It's like a close tie between that and the Christmas tree. Very, very close.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. For the sake of not disappointing you, Tim Blake Nelson was cast and Wikipedia says he was Fenring, so take this with a grain of salt.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, maybe not.
Billy Britt, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ever think about reviewing of one-horned, purple people eater that was on Disney back in the day?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember it being really bad. And maybe it would be fun to look over. I don't know, maybe for a Disney summer, because I know nobody will click on it. That would be just for me. Again, I don't even know. Is there a DVD of it anywhere? I don't know.
Night King, thank you for the $5 in the super chat. Doug, I wondered if you would ever review Mummy 3.
Maybe. I have on the list. I've done the other two, so it might make sense.
Easy Life, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Doug, I found my favorite zombie film, and it has very few zombies in it. It's a Canadian film called Pontypool, set in a music broadcast studio, and they use language as the zombie disease.
Huh. All right. I've never heard of that one. I'll try to check it out.
Snare Flare, thank you for the $5 super chat. Stop being bald and weird, Doug.
Never!
Sway, thank you for the $5 super chat. Good evening to you, Doug. Love your work. Which Alexander Payne / Paul Giamatti collaboration did you think was better, The Holdovers or Sideways?
Holdovers is probably better, but I like Sideways more. That's just a little bit more like my uncomfortable level. It was just fascinated and laughing the whole time with that.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. Proper NC review of Happy Gilmore.
I did like a top 11 best Adam Sandler movies, and I talk about it there. I feel like I got everything out there that I needed to.
Mr. Flickster, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you think Deadpool 3 will save the MCU?
I don't know. Honestly, after seeing the other two again, they were still good, but they feel very of their time, and some of the humor already, I don't want to say it feels dated, but it's a little slower now and everything. So I'm kind of hoping 3 is still like, it's the kind of humor we have now. Like, it's keeping up to date. You know what I mean? That's honestly my big hope right now.
Righteous Sheep, thank you for the $2 super chat. Golden Saris, thank you for the $10 super chat. Have you considered reviewing the recent Planet of the Apes reboot series?
I'll wait for them, I think, to all come out. I have talked about maybe doing the original movies in one compilation video.
The Westinator, thank you for the $2 super chat. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 500 bits. One video I really love is 4 guys talk about Looney Tunes, and I was wondering if there will be a sequel or another video similar to that one, like a Tom and Jerry one or favorite Disney movies. Also, growing up, Cartoon Network would always do Looney Tune Memorial Day weekend special, and I watched it every year when they air it.
Tom and Jerry might be fun because James said he watched those. That might be a fun one to do. Though I talked about so much now with like the top 11 best ones. I don't know. It might be fun to get his point of view. We'll see.
Righteous Sheep, thank you for the $2 super chat. Evercore, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you have criticisms that you get often that you feel are unfair?
I remember the early days, people would say, before YouTubing even became like a job, and before even the term YouTuber exists, people thought it was really easy and, oh my God, there's just no, like, even like close friends would be, oh yeah, I wish I could just sit around and talk about cartoons all day instead. But then like they tried it and they saw how much work it was. I think there was an early criticism too that it's like, well, only reason people watch him is because he swears all the time, drops F-bombs left and right. That's one of the reasons I did a whole year without saying it and nobody noticed. So that was kind of my way of saying, aha, with that. Also, my mom didn't like when I said the F word. So after she passed, I'm like, okay, I'll give her a whole year.
Ovid, thank you for the $5 super chat. Would you do a Ghibli month? I would love to see you review Pompoko in particular.
No, only because in Japan, they come down really hard with the copyright claims. Even though it's in our right to do it, they come down hard on it. So, yeah, probably not. I did a Disney-cember of them, though, so you can see those.
Emerald Crusade, thank you for the $20 super chat. Have you considered doing more DreamWorks-y stuff? There's been more DreamWorks movies since then, and how about Illumination and Sony Animation?
I love to do more DreamWorks-y. Again, it's just a time thing. And I do know there's a lot more movies now. It'd have to be probably like after I don't know, kill off the NC or something like that when I have more time to do it.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Yashihime was also Adult Swim. Also loved your review of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, it sounded familiar. Not sounded, but like when I saw it spelled out, I'm like, I feel like I've seen that somewhere. Maybe that was on Adult Swim.
Frank Altman, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you ever seen Ari Aster's, there we go, Beau is Afraid, and what did you think of it?
No, I heard very mixed things, which kind of makes me want to see it, but I also know it's a very long movie, and it's very divisive, so it'll be tricky to find time to watch it, but I do want to see it.
Elvin Ratio, thank you for the $10 super chat. Doug, thank you for NC. It makes YouTube entertaining. Is there a reason why you have avoided Star Wars review? Have you ever had a studio pushback? I have been a fan since you had your own site.
The early days, I think we've had certain studios that we just know, okay, don't review their movies because they'll always, copy strike you. But in terms of, we've done like the newer movies. We've done like clipless versions of them. So, and I've done like Disney-cembers of the originals too. So, yeah, I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll do the others if I find like something really new to say. But the stuff I have to say about is what everybody has to say about it, I feel like.
Andrew Van Halen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you a fan of the Wallace and Gromit movies?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming you're talking about the shorts. I think they only have one movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I greatly enjoy those.
Jerome, thank you for the $5 super chat. Any thoughts on Rooster Teeth shutting down?
It's a shame, because we did watch a lot of Red versus Blue and really enjoyed them. Yeah, they've been around for like over 20 years, I think. So yeah, no, it was a real shame hearing that.
Ryan Hartwell, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on Chris Stuckman's directorial debut, Shelby Oaks?
I didn't even know it came out. I haven't seen it.
Kyle, thank you for the $3 super chat. Matt, thank you for the $2 super chat. What up, DJ? Or JD, thank you for the $2 super chat. Loop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Second, have you seen any videos about how the bookcase doors in Bebe's Kids SNES could feasibly work? Considering that review is old, it's a maybe,
No, I have not checked those out, but I'm intrigued. Kind of, not really.
That Disney Nerd, thank you for the 500 bits. So I punched my ticket to Kung Fu Panda 4 tomorrow. I'm excited, but also nervous. The reviews are saying that it's a lot of fun, it's funny, and has good action, but no one said it has deeper or mature themes for adults like the two did and balanced them all perfectly.
I guess we'll see. Honestly, the fact that it's funny is good.
Excellion, thank you for the $2 super chat. Budabot, thank you for the $5 super chat. I think I Mandela affected myself into thinking you did an NC on Treasure Planet years ago. Strange. Anyway, would you review Treasure Planet?
I want to I want to revisit that movie again. I want to see if it's grown on me. And I did Disney-cember on it. And I think because it has such a following and there are a lot of good things in it, I want to give it another look.
Anthony Lutmer, thank you for the $5 super chat. You should review The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. It was canceled too soon.
I saw a little bit of it. I really liked it. That's another show I didn't have time to finish, and I was really, really enjoying it. This is coming from a guy who didn't even get into the original that much, and I really, really was getting into it.
Grayman Media, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, would love to see you do a video regarding the legendary Big Bill Hell's cars, especially for the opening line of the commercial. What say you?
I'm trying to think if I've seen that one. Was it Big
Bill's Hell's cars?
Have I seen that one? Oh, maybe I haven't. I'll try to check them out.
Sieber, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, you should try making a YTP at some point. I would love to see that.
I don't know if I'm talented enough. You need a very different mindset to do those. And I don't know. I would need practice at the very least. I don't have time to practice them.
East Meets West. There it is. Thank you for the $5 super chat. What about a month focusing on YouTuber movies, including the Channel Awesome guys did, aka those 3 movies that I mentioned before?
We did a DVD where I talk about them. And see, that's what I like whenever people are like, what gives you the right to, talk about bad media and lampoon them, because I have made bad media and I have lampooned them, and I take the punches, as much as, I give them, I think that's a big part of being a critic. So, we do have a DVD. I think it's Nostalgia Critic Reloaded, I think it's the name of it. If you go to the store, you can see them there. But yeah, I have talked about them and made fun of them and stuff like that. Outside of that, I don't usually like talking about other YouTubers stuff because if I don't like it, I don't want, there's enough backstabbing and bad talking on YouTube. And it's a tough enough industry just to survive on and stuff. And I don't want to add to that if I dislike something or someone takes it too personal.
Psycho Jet Black, thank you for the $2 super chat. Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Orion and the Dark 2024? And if so, what are your thoughts?
We got about halfway through it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't grabbing us. It's probably the first Charlie Kaufman movie that I wasn't really getting that into. It's a good idea. And maybe I should watch it all the way through because maybe I'll turn around by the end. But it's just kind of eh.
Chewbacca's Lover, thank you for the $5 super chat. Will you play through Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on stream? You affect the story with your choices. You can be a Jedi or a Sith.
That was one we were talking about. There was there was like a reboot or something that was going to come out with it,
yeah,
right?
And it's not happening anymore. So
yeah, so maybe we'll just do the original.
Beanie Boy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Back credit card will forever be my favorite quote by Doug.
Well, thank you so much.
Night King, thank you for the $5 super chat. I know you did a 3 Musketeers Disney-cember a while back, but a proper NC review. Just love Oliver Platt and Tim Curry chewing the scenery.
They are pretty fun. I don't know. Might be an idea. It is fun to talk about.
Strider for Life, thank you for that 33-month subscription. Welcome back. Hey, Doug, have you seen the Phoenix Wright Boot to the Head parody on YouTube? It's pretty funny.
What's it called?
Phoenix Wright Boot to the Head.
Phoenix Wright Boot to the Head. I don't think so. I will check that out at some point, though.
Eagle Spangled Tricolor, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Doug. Will you do a Nostalgia Critic video on WALL-E?
I haven't done a Pixar. No, I guess I did Brave. I don't know. I did Disney-cember on it, and again, I feel like I got out all my thoughts there, so probably not. But I like it. It's a good movie.
Stick People Comics, thank you for the $10 super chat. Big fan of your content for nearly a decade now. Curious if you've ever heard of an animated flick called Flight of Dragons. Review worthy?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I'll see if it has a following. Again, I like to do stuff that I like to talk about, but also people, would watch.
Matt Norton, thank you for the $5 super chat. In Deadpool, why didn't Colossus and NTW save the innocent man trapped in Dopinder's Dopinder's truck? Aren't they heroes? Thas always bothered me.
You have to ask them.
Aaron Sleeper, thank you for the $5 super chat. As someone who likes movies and comics, I once did a pitch for a Danger Girl / Captain Ron crossover. Doesn't sound like cheesy gold, doesn't it? Right?
If I knew who those characters were, I would totally agree.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Been wanting Doug to hear this for years. Your war with the nerd was rigged since he revived a parody and your game was based on a movie. But he finished the film you quit after level 1, so he won.
You know, we all lose. If you take out that anyone won in any of that, it's like, no, we all collectively lose. All are punished.
Bob the Hunt, thank you for the $5 super chat. The Deadpool movies are dated? They only came out 5 years ago.
Yeah. Watch them again. I don't know. They're not bad. I don't want to give that impression, but just watching them again, like the freshness of them, maybe that's it. It doesn't seem as fresh as it did before. And that does take it down like a notch, just a little bit. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Maybe with Deadpool 3, I still want to see like something that's like kind of innovative. Like, I haven't seen that yet, with this type of comedy.
Dual Dex, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Critic. I've been a fan since I was 13. Would you review Oscar 1991? It was my favorite when I was really young. No clue why, though.
I remember seeing it when I was a kid. I never saw it after that. And I heard it's bad. I don't know. I don't think many people would click on it, but I do want to see it again.
JL, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would you ever do a video of the Willy Wonka movies now that there is a new Wonka movie out?
I did an old versus new of the original and the Burton one, and I haven't seen the newest one. Maybe I'll do the newer one because I hear it's pretty fun. Yeah, I write that down. It's not a bad idea.
Otaku Princess, thank you for the $5 super chat. I remember a joke you did for Light Bright where you sang, Light bright, Satan's watching you tonight. Did that really happen, or is that just me?
Like, did the joke happen?
Yes. Did you write that joke?
I don't know. It's so... I mean, that might have been like the first commercial special. So I'm really not sure. I'm sorry.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 500 bits. Request for the next commercial special, the nightmare fuel that is the Burger King commercials with the actual Burger King.
Maybe. I don't know what I would say about them because people do recommend them and I'm always like, yeah, but what do I do with it? I'm not sure. We'll see.
Golden, thank you for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
On a score of 1 to 10, how much are you a close friend of James Rolfe? The fan base pits you guys against each other a lot, but I know you guys are actually friends, just unknown of how close you two are.
Well, what's the negative? How low can I go below, into absolute hate? No, he's the sweetest dude on the fucking planet.
He's so kind.
He is so goddamn nice. I don't know. You see him like just when he's talking like normal, regular, like just, and that's him. He's not like, oh, he's hiding something. Oh, he's trying to pull one. I mean, it's like, he is just the sweetest, nicest, most laid back guy. And we're still friends. And I'm really lucky to be his friend.
Dual Dex, thank you for the $5 super chat. For context, it was a Sylvester Stallone comedy about a mob boss trying to go straight. It was like 6 to 7 when I watched it, and now it's a guilty pleasure.
Oh yeah, no, and I might have been the same age, Andrew. We might be close to the same age. I haven't seen it since I was that age, so I remember it being funny. But I'm also like 6, So I gotta see it again.
Ryan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, what's a funnier running gag on Whose Line? Ryan's Carol Channing impersonation or Drew Carey being the butt of every joke?
Drew Carey. I think going from the original host to Drew Carey, I mean, Drew Carey's fine, but that original host was so good that when they started doing the jokes at him, it suddenly justified, okay, that's something you can do with him that you can't do with the original host. So I like that.
Color Scales, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do you plan on playing Epic Mickey Rebrushed?
Yeah, we have it written down. I don't know when we'll get to it, but yeah, it's something I would like to play.
John Hoffland, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on Paul Thomas Anderson films? Any that sticks out to you in particular?
Oh, I really enjoy them a great deal. I'm trying to think of my favorite. Magnolia was probably the most intriguing to watch because you're just like, where is this all going? How is this all connected? And it's like, in so many ways it is, but not the ways you would think. And I love that. I really enjoy his stuff.
Psycho Jet Black, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your honest thoughts on Tony from Hack the Movies? Also, what's an idea for a movie that you wish you could film if you had all the money and time?
Well, again, what's the negative ranking for a second? No, he's another great guy. As soon as we met up, we just immediately like just start making each other laugh. He's just very, very funny. Very cool guy. So really enjoy him. The only thing I could think of, like in terms of adapting a movie, I love to do the Mask comic as it well, like make it gory, make it mean, make it just a hard, hard R. And really lean heavy into that. I think you could do a pretty cool movie out of that.
Patrick's Crazy Place, thank you for the $2 super chat. Suck Ya Soul, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you watched Blue Eye Samurai?
No, I have it on my queue for Netflix.
So good, Doug.
That's what I hear. I hear it's really up my alley. I'll really enjoy it. I got it. I got it on my list.
NanoCon, thank you for the $5 super chat. Since you're getting close to the end of the OG Twilight Zone episodes, this October, will you do Twilight Zone skit like in the first Twilight-tober?
Well, I won't, but Walter might. He's the one that does those.
Adam Smith, thank you for the $5 super chat. I met Lando at an anime convention once. Will we be seeing him in any more NC episodes?
It's not planned. He's out in Wisconsin. So yeah, it's not in the cards.
Kryptonius, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, any favorites among the Best Picture nominees this year? Also, who are some favorite directors other than Kubrick and Terry Gilliam?
Yeah, see, of course. Now I'm blanking. Like, all I talk about is directors. Polanski, I really like. Tamor, I'm kind of a fan of. Yeah, I'm trying to think of ones that like really like stuck with me. There's a couple for you. Burton, I'm always gonna be a little bit of a fan of. But yeah, then Best Picture. I have to look at what they are. I'll just say The Holdovers because I like Paul Giamatti.
Loop, thank you for the $5 super chat. Third is for the What Do You Think Of non-review requests. Judge Dredd 2012, Ferris Bueller, Spin City, and The Survivors 83 with Robin Williams.
Non-review requests? What?
Yeah, what do you think of non-review requests? Like, I think they're asking, what do you think of these movies? I think that's what they're trying to ask. We still have some questions to get through, so I don't think he can go through every single one.
They all suck.
Jack Splade, thank you for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate that. Hey man, I hope you're healing up from the shingles. Would you ever do an old versus new or comparison video for the OG TMNT versus the more modern one, since there's a new TMNT cartoon show coming out?
Oh, the cartoon. I'm not gonna have time to watch them all. I'm so sorry.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 500 bits. I had an idea for a found footage horror movie about a man who consistently vlogs with his cat, but the cat constantly acts peculiar, even violent at times. Is it sick? Is it possessed by something? Does it have a sense an evil presence afoot?
If you can get the cat to act, I know it sounds strange, but watch Paranormal Activity 2. It has one of the best acting pets. The dog is amazing in it.
Leprechaun Farmer, thank you for the $10 super chat. Would you ever consider bringing back Was That Real and do a video on Drawn Together? Also, what are your thoughts on the Coyote versus Acme fiasco?
I hate that they're dropping it. I want to see that movie. And Was That Real? I just don't have time to do more.
Ricky, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug, big fan. Do you have a favorite foreign film excluding anime, but any films in any genre, despite language barrier and all that?
Shit, again, I'm sure I do. I'm just blanking, like, because I know I'm in a hurry too. I'll look up some while we're going to the next one.
Alexander, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on the P.T. Anderson movie Inherent Vice?
I didn't see that one. I heard a lot of mixed stuff about it, but I have not seen it.
Victor, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, huge fan for almost a decade now. Will you and Rob ever get back to weekly Real Thoughts / first viewings?
We might do one tomorrow, because it's one that Rob hasn't seen. And Seven Seal is a phenomenal film for the foreign films. We're talking about that.
Matt Norton, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen Summer Magic? It's a weird old Disney movie with some classic songs that you never covered on Disney December.
No, I don't even think I've heard of that one. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, for sure. YouTube chat, just so you know, we only stream until 8 p.m. Just so you're not surprised when we start ending soon.
Yes.
Emerald Crusade, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'm not an anime fan, but I do have an exception. I like Bobobo.
I love that name.
Kyle, thank you for the $5 super chat. NC reviewing obscure older movies was the original draw for me. It got me to go back and watch what I may not have yet seen.
Cool. Well, yeah, every once in a while we like to do something that's a little bit more obscure.
Malcolm, thank you for the $5 super chat. Whatever happened to Brian Porter? Is he still around? Yeah, he's still around.
Around.
He's a really good friend of Walter. I haven't seen him in a little while, but he's around. He's hanging out. He's just got his own life and his own career, and yeah, he's a great guy.
We saw him at Walter's wedding. He was like still as fun. Bundle of awesome as he always is.
Yes, 100%. Cartoon Finder, thank you for the $1 super chat. And holy cow, we got them all, Doug.
We got them all.
We got them all. Well, the $5 and over super chats. Again,
Yes.
Thank you for understanding. As you can see, we had a deluge of questions coming in. So, that was why we had that there. I don't think we're going to have time to really go back and look at some of those lower super chats. Again, we super appreciate it. JL, thank you for the 10 bits. Or not 10 bits, sorry. $10 super chat. That's what I get right now after 2 hours of this. Ever read manga? The Yasha Hime mangas are now out.
Yeah, one or two, and now I'm blanking. The Satoshi Kon, he did one that I borrowed from Rob, which was kind of, and then the one they did that horror series, I think on Netflix. It was based on this guy's like scary art. I read some of those manga. That was kind of cool. And then Battle Angel, I've read those too.
Lord R. Wolfen on Twitch says, Doug, have you seen Ready to Rumble? It's a wrestling that was the death nail to WCW, mainly because they put the WCW on the title of the film star David Arquette to promote it. And don't worry, the film is owned by Warner Brothers.
My boss just called me about that. He said, did you ever do Ready to Rumble? I'm like, no, is there an audience for it? He's like, a lot of people are talking about it again. So I'm just like, maybe I will. I don't know a ton about wrestling, but I heard it's pretty bad.
Power Gamer on Twitch, why would you do this to us? He says, hey everybody, want to feel old? I was 4 years old when the Nostalgia Critic began, and I am now old enough to drink.
Hey, so was I. I was 4 years old when I started.
Jimmy Vance, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi Doug, have you watched any videos from Shafrilla's production? He's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's the one that has the what the fuck is he? A crab or whatever from
I don't know, but I love
Moana.
that not in context.
See, I never know how to say the name. Yes, that is the one. Yeah, I not a ton, but what I've seen, I've really enjoyed.
Scissor, thank you for the $5 super chat. Best film that has come out in the last 5 years besides anything Spider-Man.
The Dune movies are pretty great. Man, I know there's one. There's like one or two obvious ones that I'm missing, and I'm just totally blanking right now. Yeah, I'm blanking. I'm sorry.
Hot Fox, thank you for the $2 super chat. Frank, thank you for the $5 super chat. I do recall how big you are into horror movies, but would you ever consider doing a collab with Dead Meat for Nostalgiaween?
I think we're too small potatoes for that. How do they still, with the YouTube rules that they have, the regulations, how do they get those passed? Because they show nothing but gore throughout that whole. I mean, they're great videos, but I'm just like, how the hell do they do that? Maybe they only make it on Patreon. I don't know.
And this will have to be our last one. Jen, thank you for the $5 super chat. 3 review requests. My 3 favorite movies, Idiocracy, Dogma, and Count of Monte Cristo. Any chance in the future?
I've seen all of those, and I like all of those. I wouldn't say any of them are great, but I do like them. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll see. A lot of people talk about Idiocracy, so that would be kind of interesting. Go in more detail about that.
The Music World, thank you for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, here's what I'm gonna do here, okay? I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube really fast. Thank you all so much for joining us here. We really appreciate it. If you like to have content like this, come on over to our Twitch, twitch.tv/channelawesome, because we have content there 5 days a week where a lot more of the other crew members will be hanging out. Tamara and I have a show on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we do like a Tournament Tuesday thing where we game and hang out, or just like chat and hang out. On Wednesdays, we do this Q&A. Thursdays. Malcolm's about to start doing Thursdays, so that will be happening then. And on Fridays over there on Twitch, Doug plays video games. Right now he's playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. So if you are interested with that at all, you should definitely go check that
I
out.
was frozen today.
So thank you so much, YouTube. I'm going to end the stream here. And then Twitch, I have another send off for you. All right. See you all later, YouTube. Thank you. Bye. Whole Savan, thank you for the 100. And okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Okay,
Always
amazing.
fun. Thank you.
All right, bye. Okay, I think we're off there on YouTube.